Right. Might be important for me to turn on my microphone. You know, here I am basically just like running through Discord in the last 3 seconds of a song, just kind of like, oh, wait, this song is ending. I need to go live. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing great. Wait, oh, shoot. Come on. Downloading content. Whoops. Okay, let's give it a second while that is happening. That was not what I intended to do. I guess when I was moving things around, files got broken. Just give me a second here. I'll also finish this off one. Oh, I think the other game is already loaded. That's kind of amazing.
No one ever made a good one.
It did. Hang on a second. And the game it wants. Where is that? That's the wrong one. Hang on. Oh, here we are. Full screen application. That should do it. Right. This game isn't treating it like a full screen application, is it? There we go. There we go. Achievements. Interesting text format. I have a kitten beside me. It just does not want to walk away because he thinks he's going to get fed. And it's because I keep bringing out tea and sourdough bread with nothing on it. Ah, there we go. All right. Well, let's play some detective game, huh? So I played Tangle Tower a couple of weeks ago. And then basically realized that Tangle Tower is actually the second game in the series. So I figured, you know what, let's play the first one. I want to play a nice, fun, what would be the word for this? Well, puzzle solve, right? The beginning. Sound is important. You'll need sound to properly experience this game. Well, it's a good thing I got headphones then.
2025 last night, a murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction, deep within the heart of the marsh.
Hold on. A tourist attraction? Here? I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
That's why it's
Get
famous.
your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in the swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see what matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
You've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? There's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Okay. First off, the voice acting is just as good as I expected it to be. Richard Remington, founder of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, was found dead outside his office at 20:45 last night. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest and back from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. That's a very strange kind of wound. The Bear Essentials Swamp Bear calling it now. That's fair. That's fair. Though that does definitely not look like a bear, but Swamp Bear seems about right. I mean, For the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. They drew it wrong. Man, they don't know what a bear is when they see it, right? Hello, Madlib. Good to see you. Always good to see you.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
Grimoire is very much emo, like, I mean, with the hat over the eyes and everything. Yeah. Oh, and never mind about the hat. Swamp full of secrets.
Your case file's in the top right. You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here. When you've collected some, of course. I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused, come back here and I'll help you.
So this guy, I love him as soon as he is drinking tea. Is it too noisy? Hang on a second. You are right, though. It did seem to get kind of louder. I didn't even notice. So you know what? Let's go. How's that? Is that better? I think the thing is like, we're talking about like openings, closings, I'm no sound designer, but the one thing I do when I basically go and do a video editing is the final run over the audio levels. Now I gotta boost my mic. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Bringing that down. My audio should be hitting 0 anyways. Is that better? Where's my mic isn't set up right. This music sounds like Tim Burton, especially with the la 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 bits in there. How's that? Is that better? I'm sorry. That was noisy for me too, so. Sparkly hint icons? Let's turn them off for now. Let's see how this works out. This is very Elfmanish, yeah. Oh, the hint thing was literally directing me towards, like... So. It was just, yeah, go over here. Sparkling hentai. The sparkly hinting.
That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right.
Oh.
And if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Sparkly hint. Okay, this is one of those things where we flip back and forth between looking and...
I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here. Don't forget to use walk mode to move around.
In case you forgot already on the next move button to where to do the moving. Will I ever hear sparkly hentai? I'm sure I will never forget that now. It has to come from the region of Japan, otherwise it's just sparkling hentai.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
The animation is great, but look at his expression. I remember you, but I've been trying to forget. I think, yeah, you're the real girl from the fairground, which is technically referencing the first game, but apparently the first game was a Flash game that is no longer considered canon. But like literally, I kind of want to go with this one just because. Let's just hear him say it.
I remember you, but I've been trying to forget.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and
You'll
behave.
get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... she disappeared.
This is different. He's a sparkling hentai kind of creature.
I might pretend I imagine her.
He's different, okay? What
It's
is
an opportunity for a photographic memento. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they fighting?
Oh. It's not like the other bog monsters. You wouldn't get it.
It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water.
That's weird. Is that a hint as to basically that Boggy has to be in the ground? Or in the water? This is going to be a... Okay, so this game has a little bit different kind of thing. Got the oh! I'm unfortunately blocking some of the sensors over here, but I'm trying to figure out what they are. There's literally... Oh, these are the profiles. Mr. Remington, the boss, murder victim. And I don't know what any of these things mean. Okay. Tap to change his body was found out. 3 small wounds. Mysterious slime. So this is... Okay, and then... Boggy. Mysterious creature. And again, standing in a bucket of water. What... Is this what they mean by he's not like other bog monsters? He can't leave the bog? Not been officially sighted for 60 years.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Oh, I see. So that's kind of weird. Finding if that's suspicious or not. Okay. That's very interesting. This is going to be a very interesting playthrough of this game because it's got some interesting things going on.
Just my luck, the gate's closed. Looks like I can move these metal latches around. I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
Oh, a physics-based puzzle? We need an interesting counter. Oh, that's... Well, I was just about to say interesting, so here we are again.
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office.
Did I don't think I did it right. Neither of them actually went into the right spots, but whatever.
This is the tourist attraction? The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking.
Thinking, okay.
Drag any 2 stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
Let's see here. Okay, something is far too remote. Okay, so the tourist attraction is far too remote for my beard to be so smart. The murder is far too remote. To murder someone. That might be more... Okay. The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. That seems about right for the thought we're looking for.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me. What's the story behind
What's
this
bugging you,
place?
or the mosquitoes? Also, the cafe in the museum. Would you want to run a cafe in this place?
There's a hollow part of the tree right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
Stop sparkling, you hentai.
Apparently, Definitely, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food. Apparently. Note to self, don't fall in.
Let's go to the cafe first.
I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else.
Oh.
I think Officer James said it was to the west.
I don't think he actually said. But, okay. Why is this area called Protest?
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there.
Okay, so these blue flower petals.
A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Unless this is supposed to be an area of protest. Oh, more sparkling hentai.
Rocks sitting in the water like stepping stones. If that was a natural occurrence, it's a very convenient one. There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction. I should visit the crime scene before I think Officer...
Is it always to the left here? Okay. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door. And back down into those reeds by the water.
Okay, so yeah, see, going up here to the office, and then down, but, I mean, the body is missing. So we don't know if did Mr. Remington have 3 feet, 3 toes?
So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Okay, so I guess we've got a little more information? No, we don't, technically. Oh, the map? Okay, let's see here. A map of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, generously donated by the mysterious little girl at the entrance. When I'm exploring the swamp, I can access my map from the map button in the corner. Okay. Did I... Okay, so I came in here on the left. Oh yeah, because there's north. I was going to say it's to the west, so it's definitely over here. Oh, it seems to be a pretty small map. Okay. All right. Let's see.
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
Okay.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside.
Something to think about.
Maybe if I...
Okay, so I've seen the body.
The strange footprints stop right by these reeds. Maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe I can move some of them out of the way.
Now we're playing Among Us. Just moving things out of the way. That is a foot, isn't
A
it?
strange pair of green flippers, badly hidden in the reeds outside the office.
Green flippers, huh? Strange green flippers. Who left these lying around? Okay, so let's see here. This is the people. And I've got the clues. Which we don't know what they're for. Okay. And then the suspects. And no. Oh, okay. Okay, I do like the formatting of the font and stuff here. I bet. Oh. There's hints on every one of them. Interesting. Okay, so there might be a lot for me to be investigating. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I can't see anything else here, so let's go back. Oh, hello, we got people.
Some suspects. Let's get this investigation started. All right, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
It's my 23rd name, but it's the one I like the best. First name? What's a first name? The detective is my first name. I like the smarm that I have with the Grimoire.
First name? What's a first name?
What should I talk about?
So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Huh. I do like that there's a lot of interesting little bits and pieces that just kind of showed up through the conversation.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
Interesting. Okay. Let's present the
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
This is very interesting. Okay.
You should ask someone else. Try showing it to somebody different.
How do I present you to yourself?
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
Want help? God, no, just leave me be. I'm going to my office. I mean, that definitely seems, yeah, just like, leave me. Let me stay. Okay. Let's see who, Vanderpeer, I think it was?
Yes, do you have a message for me?
No, I don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Vanderpeer.
The famous movie director?
The artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
I saw him pull out his smartphone there. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my question. It's a very talented beard you've got. Yeah, he's just kind of not so highly pompous of himself. Oh, let's just deflate him a little bit, shall we?
I heard your work was going downhill lately.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'd be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
Auteur theory is just bullshit. Basically, it's just, I don't even know. Like, again, this is that thing. I know the word. I don't know what the word means now that I know that I've probably been using words wrong. Oh, true. It's sort of like, it's not just like one person who, you know, we get those people who are always like, yes, this is my film. With 500 people working behind the scenes, and they don't get anything but a name in the credit and some pay. Can anyone walk in here and start filming? Vincent Vanderpeer only got recent permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp.
Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Vanderpeer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
Oh, we have a challenge topic. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So we talk to him.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But What are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my
Oh
next
shit, I
film.
forgot mine too.
I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy. About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work.
Interesting.
But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Okay, hang on a second. I also forgot my meds. One moment. Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm sorry you're feeling a little off. I mean, I understand that you went out, so it probably would. It's a little aggravated, but I get it. I just got my meds too. It should be good. Okay, let's see.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed I was working, very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest, but yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual, yes. Difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night?
Right here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But
That's
wait, I know
odd.
what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Aside there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective, but there are some odd sounds on the audio track.
Gee, what a
Nothing but
surprise.
Wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
You were filming the water in the middle of the
Is there
night.
something I should ask the cameraman?
Yeah, you should definitely. Let's see here. Vincent and Andrew told me that Bobby Burl's nowhere to be found last night.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrell doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Okay, and we have a challenge.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Remington never found out if he was intending to film here, but the camera broke, denied you filming permission in the past.
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way. I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Draw... What? Okay, drag an item and... Ah, I see. How did Mr. Vanderpeer suddenly get his own way? Probably money. I mean, why else would he not, right? What, either that or he threatened him with something. I mean, I love, like, we'll just send, you know, I am famous. Here's a signed autograph of me.
Right. That's the one. I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money?
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Film footage. Footage recorded last night at the exact time of the murder. Filmed by Vanderpeer in the clearing on the west side of the swamp. There's nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. Listen to them in order. Oh, I see. Oh. Interesting. That's very interesting. Plays like a little bit of the Jackbox game. Okay, now we got question asked Burl.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
Most of the
No,
time.
not all the time.
You left a Vanderpeer and he used it instead. Oh, you lost it in the swamp. It was broken and being repaired. No. You left with Vanderpeer.
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
You got lost in a swamp? Collecting samples of swamp water. Said you had a hobby on the side. Just walked around, touching grass. Do you touch grass in a swamp? Just really reedy grass?
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes. But I have another one. It's much smaller.
Touching swamp.
And it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun.
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
Mm-hmm. I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Oh, that's cool. Touch the photo to use the developing chemical on it. Nice. Oh, that's... Well, that's definitely something I gotta be a little concerned about.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
Definitely not how cameras
Personally,
develop.
I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
Okay, I think I've got an ad coming up in a couple seconds here, so I'm just going to leave that blurry photograph taken by the murder, show something that looks like Boggy in the woods in the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. That's interesting. Because they definitely seem to be talking about legs a lot in this game. And to add. Let's see here. Yes, I think it went to add. You know what they say about monsters with long legs? The monsters have big feet. It says the ad is starting soon. I hate when it does this. I can't tell. Exactly. I will refresh. I have a feeling that the ad came and went. It's weird. I don't like that basically I've got an ad that might be firing off, but it says it's starting soon. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'll keep going. If an ad hits, an ad hits. Oh, there was more stuff in there here. Did I see in the clues? Not there, nope. Oh, it's here. Film footage. Oh, it's this. Okay. All right. Okay, so this information I've got here, let's see. Black and white photos of the swamp. Work with. So this is. Interesting. Oh, so you say if things are suspicious or not. And now Twitch tells me that the ad is over. So. Apparently you didn't have ads. I think you got a subscription. Can't remember. Okay, let's move to a new space. Boggy's Bog.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
Okay. Oh yeah, you do. So you got a sub, so that way you don't have to worry about ads. Perfect.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch
Thank
is
you.
shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by
Blue and red
It's a
flowers.
stepping stone path that goes past the museum and into the woods. So glad I'm wearing my best shoes today.
This place does not look safe to be going from place to place, does it?
That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Let's
The
go in.
door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear.
It definitely was leaning a little funky, wasn't it? Oh. Oh, whoop.
That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
Wow, lots of sparkling. Lots of sparkling.
Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here. I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place.
According to historical sketches, the skin would have had a number of spots and patterns similar to that of a toad or frog. So much sparkling hentai. 3 prominent sharp claws, supposedly the primary weapon of the boggy swamp monster. Some early sketches even showed a small thumb. So, I guess examples of the claws. So it looks like these two. And these two.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit. It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Ah, okay. These flippers, they're not part of the museum exhibit, that's for sure. Okay, so that actually kind of explains this, where it looks like the person's wearing oven gloves, doesn't it? Like, there's no fingers here. This definitely looks like those gloves. Okay, that's with swamp stuff. Slimy swamp stuff. Interesting. So much sparkling hentai. Where am I going to start? This is a Scooby-Doo mask situation.
I'd better take a look at this.
It definitely feels that way right now. Though that
This
also...
journal, it's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy.
It definitely just looks like a sketch, and then someone just took the sketch rather than a photo.
It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
A journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. There seems to be a page ripped from the back. The animation, yeah, I'm loving these little animation bits and pieces. They're beautiful. Always with the feet in the water. That's interesting. So, hello, Lumi. Nice to see you. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Always good to see a new friend.
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer.
And hello, Undead. Good to see you too. Thank you very much. Thanks for popping by, Undead. Good to see you. You doing good? I'm glad to hear that, Lumi. Do you like a detective story? Do you like a good detective story? This game seems to be full of them. This journal belongs to...
First discovered Boggy in the swamp 60 years ago.
Okay, and then there's a door.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though.
Okay, and then we have our little friend who seems to have his nose buried in a book.
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Another story from Boggy's Bog. This looks like something out of Joey Drew. Is it Joey Drew Studios? MCMXXX. That's 1984. Recorded by Swamp Sound.
Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time.
Okay.
Swamp Studios, providing the best in swamp-based animated entertainment. Copyright MCMXXXIV.
I bet he doesn't know how to do that.
That'll be 1930.
Oh shoot, he's right. There isn't a C in there. Oh wait. Yeah, there's no D in there. You're right. The D would have been 50. He's right, 1934. More for romance, but detective stories ain't that bad? Okay. Glad to hear it. Alright, let's see here. Also, this is a weird picture of Boggy because Boggy looks like a standard, mascot.
Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time.
Okay. Actually, one of the things I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn those sparkly... I'll leave the sparkly hints on. I notice that I can click around.
Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago.
Why would they put the museum here 60 years ago?
In a different location.
Oh. They moved it back to the swamp?
It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place.
Well, there we go. There's our answer then.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did.
Okay, let's
So-
talk. Hello.
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
Agent, well, I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. Doing a drawing of your beautiful face. I'm writing my diary. It's been a long day. Mood on that third one. You know what? I'm going with it.
I'm writing in my diary. It's been a long day.
Aw, that's it? No response. Dear diary, screw this nerd.
So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here,
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
so you're visiting the museum for fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Night and day.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
What?
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Folders file. Okay. Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Oh yeah, Folder is the name of our character. Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches, in which he has 3 claws on each arm. The modern character has simple fin-like arms to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe the information is out there somewhere. Okay, so here's something odd. I'm finding a bit suspicious here. The modern character has fin-like arms to make him less threatening. Let's see, was right like this, right? Like a Splatoon character. Yeah. Now the thing is that basically, oh, and yeah, and those are feet, and then here he is standing in a pot of water. Okay, so that the original Boggy didn't. Okay, they made him more friendly. But here's what I'm thinking. When I thought about the picture that I saw, what was it about the... There was something... What was I... Oh, it was the picture here. Let's back out for a second. This here.
It's a poster from the...
If this is 1934, this game, I think, came out in the 2000s. If it was 60 years ago that he was found... And wait, this cartoon was 1934? When did cartoons start? But, like, this is not the original Boggy. This is the remake. This date seems wrong. So I'm a little confused on if these are really matching up. Anyways, that's just something I'm thinking about. Hydrate? Thank you. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Okay, so that was all the info. Oh, we still have to talk to... Yeah, there we go, but last night.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Why?
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick in getting through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
What are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, what else do we have here? Let's...
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
Okay, let's see. Maybe he'd be interested in the film footage. Or the gloves and the flippers. These definitely feel like it's some sort of costume I'm assembling here.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Wow, okay, sure.
The real swamp creature had claws, 3 on each hand to be precise. Why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead? Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret.
And I never want to see it again. There's some really good lines in this. Okay, let's see. Present. Okay, so these two have been done. Agent folder, you know, but let's see.
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
Wow, what? A man was a fool? Didn't like Remington and snuck into the museum.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
You're talking about yourself.
Are you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Care to elaborate?
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
You really aren't giving me a lot of information here.
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
I do like these characters, though. These are wonderful characters. Okay, I will leave this for now. Okay. Let's head out. He cares not for other people. Yeah, that definitely is a museum that's if they build it, it's going to fall into the swamp. And they're going to build it again, and it's going to fall into the swamp. The third one will probably get set on fire and then fall into the swamp. But that third one... But the fourth one stayed up. I think it's the fourth one. I think that's right.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase. And this place is so weird. This staircase and
Okay.
the water's clear here.
Water's clear here.
I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
That's interesting. You're right. It is kind of more reflective over here. Interesting. All right. Oh, geez. The sound was so good, I thought there was something crawling above me. Okay. Where am I going? Let me take a look at the map. Hang on a second. I'm on the bridge. And what's this over here? Okay. Knock, knock.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here.
There we go.
Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home.
Lights are on, but nobody's home?
The latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Okay, so let's see here. I need... Nope, that's not right. The elevator doesn't go to the top. I'm not flying with the full deck, and I've lost my marbles. You know the song. I know the song you're referring to. That's great. Let's see. That and that does not go there. So let's try... That isn't close enough. That is. Okay. I used to be a big Bare Naked Ladies fan. I really liked their classic stuff before Stephen Page left the band. They were really good. They were, I have a little bit of Canadian pride with that. Maybe another small and then a big. Nope, it locks, doesn't it? Okay. Maybe...
Perfect.
Ah.
I am amazing.
Oh, hello.
This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain.
It's a classic, though.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first. I'm paid to walk into people's... Sorry, I would have run... Yeah.
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention.
Weybridge.
But I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born, and I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well,
Boggy?
anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that
Interesting.
time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area.
Okay.
I've learned many things from them.
Okay.
What about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set, but if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry.
A page from Weybridge's book of pressed flowers contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and they can't be found anywhere else. And we saw... Okay, it's going to be that kid, isn't it? It's going to be the agent. Because we saw flowers leading towards the scene, and the flowers that we like, the blue and red flowers. I don't know. For right now, that's my guess right now. But I do like her, and I'm going to see if I can present this because these. Yeah, look at this. Oh, that's neat. The gloves have liquid on them. So what are they doing? They're dripping. They just basically show. Hey, you may want to show this to her.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet.
Put the sample into the cauldron.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
I would say blue and maybe...
That's not right.
Oh.
Come on, Grimoire, you're good at colors.
Okay, I see. Put blue and yellow, then hit the button. Oh.
That's not right. Come on, Grimoire, you're good at colors.
That's interesting. Okay. That's just yellow.
Come on, Grimoire.
What if I... So...
That's not right. Come on, Grimoire.
I'm pretty sure I had it right the first time. Blue and yellow makes green.
Got it!
What happened that first time when I ended up with a white concoction?
Now I know what that liquid consists of.
I think this game might be a little janky. Just call it a hunch.
I'll write it down in my notes.
Okay, so now in your notes you've got the idea that basically this thing... Chris?
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Okay.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Wait, why?
That sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
Mm-hmm. What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
Okay, so you...
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
She definitely has like, I wouldn't say an attitude. It's kind of very lighthearted playfulness.
I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all.
Okay. Looks like people did not like Remington.
I'm not even sure who that is.
You don't know who Boggy is? You've lived here for 60 years. The whole point that this swamp really is being here and is now a tourist attraction is because of Boggy, and you don't know who Boggy is? That seems extremely suspicious.
You should ask someone else. Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree. I'm not even sure who that is.
Definitely, okay, she definitely has a very short memory of things. I don't have anything else other than that. Okay. Well, that's fine for now. That's yarn.
There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore.
Oh, wait, yarn? As in like something used to basically maybe knit some gloves of some sort?
The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, right here. That's cute.
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house.
Very cozy.
It makes very little sense.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go back down. And let's go this way. Oh yeah, I have got the key for the office. That's what I was looking at my map, and I was like, what's this? This is the office. I don't have access to the office yet. That's what I'm looking for. Wow, I've managed to make my way to the cafe now.
Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Let's see here. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm playing a little bit of Among Us every time I'm moving items around in this game. That is definitely a drawing of a Boggy.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
Okay, let's see here. This look like designs for a Boggy costume. What's going on around here? Like I said, I basically... Yeah, like I've already got the gloves and the feet. Interesting. Someone has definitely been doing...
Are you really talking about a swamp creature here?
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what... I don't know if I'm looking at the right thing here. Oh, maybe the costume design explains what the photo is showing me? I don't know if that's quite right.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here, and I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself.
Right.
If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Ooh, nice. I almost wonder, should I be turning off the sparkling hentai? Because I feel like it has been definitely leading me the right way. I don't know if I need it, right? But this is good. This has been fun. You know what? I'll leave it on for now.
Something for you.
Oh, hello, little girl.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
Oh,
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
suddenly I have the office key. How about that, huh?
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
I'm gonna go take a
The
look.
tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships.
All right, let's go talk to our chef.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. And you're a suspect, too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits.
Exploits?
But I think you'll find this swamp to be your greatest challenge.
What's so challenging about an old swamp? I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
What's so challenging about an old swamp?
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
That's two people that have basically talked about using the past as the way forward. Interesting. Oh, now I have the boggy costume in here too, so.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
Oh, that'll be useful.
Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is
Well,
that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Interesting.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate
Ew.
one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Oh,
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this
strange
with you.
green powder.
If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice.
Eh,
Try it.
It looks like... It looks... Ah...
Blueberries and chamomile?
I'll try some. Later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently.
That's also
I
weird.
can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Huh. Okay. Well, we know that Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold him a bog dog. We can assume a bog dog.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold him a bog dog. Harper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Yeah, someone's been dumping a swamp juice into the bog to make it less reflective. I feel like basically that could be something. I'm definitely gonna have to make sure I take the swamp juice up to the lady here. Make sure she looks at it. But I have a feeling it's gonna be the same as the stuff that I see on the gloves.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
Of course.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton stuff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh. Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
So, okay, so the fact that that's happened now I'm got a question about why was the film director here? Why did the costume suddenly show up? They've been filming stuff for the past week. They only got rights about a week ago. So I'm not putting anything together, but I'm getting some really interesting bits and pieces in my mind.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night.
You got an
Since
idea?
you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
What caused Remington to suddenly fall ill yesterday? Well, yeah, I think it's the green powder that ended up on the bog dog. No, not the mustard. You think you've got an idea, Matthew? I'm curious to hear what you think. Ew. Oh.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not
Oops.
here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
This is a PR stunt to bring people to the bog because they're too far in the hole money-wise. So he got money to get the film director to basically film footage of something that hasn't been seen in 60 years, drive attention to the swamp. That makes sense. A PR stunt? That sounds like perfect sense, to be honest. That seems like the kind of thing that, you know, and I would do it too if it weren't for those damn kids. I have proof it was you who poisoned. No, we do not. The room was broken into the lockpick you left. I don't think that's. I think.
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do
I mean,
you
that-
suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Maybe. Harper. Wow. He's actually given us a lot of interesting things to think about. Okay, present the bog
It
dog.
was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently. I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
Okay, let's see. Present some people here.
He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
Okay. Someone wanted Remington out of the way during the murder. Yeah, well, I mean, it's the murder of Remington, but like, something happened. Why would Remington get killed? I mean, yeah, Remington's the one who got killed. He was, well, okay, so let's see, what have we got so far? He's the one, let me go back out of here for a second. Okay. Let's go through our thoughts here. Remington, here's our boss, murder victim, right? So he was the one who he was funding this. Like, he was technically the one who had Boggy's Bog, and he's found dead last night. So now we have the cameraman, we've got the film director, we have, I've forgotten her name in the, it's Lady Weybridge up in the trees.
So,
We have Agent Holder. So I'm And if the back room was broken with a lockpick, I'm definitely putting my finger on folder right now. Would Weybridge know about the powder? Well, I don't have the I don't have technically the powder in my inventory, but I do have the bog dog, and I want to see the swamp juice as well. So let's give it a try. I do think that Harper's been giving me some interesting hints, though. Wait, can I go? Oh! Where does that go? Up and out? Or does that... I don't know which way I came in. I think this went back to the treehouse. There we go. Let's go see. Yeah, there we go. Swamp juice has water. Let's
No,
see.
thank you.
Doesn't know anything about the bog dog stuff, but let's present the swamp juice.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet.
Okay, green again.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Let's see if this works the first time, Okay, that worked this time.
Got it!
That was weird that one time.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
Okay, so it's the same stuff that we saw in the slime.
That looks pretty similar to last time.
Exactly. That's interesting.
I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
Oof.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away.
Handmade
A pointless
fabric.
gift from some strange woman.
It wouldn't happen to be red with flowers on it, would it? And I'll ask you about... I'll identify why I said red with flowers on it. That would be... It's not on here.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Okay. So let's... Location. Look at... Oh, map here. Back to the office. Red with flower pattern. Oh, it's not a flower, it's a spiral pattern. But, do you think that that might be the fabric? I wonder. So, okay, so we've got footprints here. And then we have footprints that go up here and go down here and then disappear into the swamp. And the thing is that over here, we found the flippers. So, the person could have just literally taken off the flippers and then walked around like a normal human being. Jumped into the swamp. We don't know. Did Remington get pushed out of the window? Hang on a second. What was the sounds? Here. Well, that's interesting. I'm already 47% done. Okay. Here. I want to look at the film footage. Because we heard... How do we not know the cause of death? Oh, I think we do, actually. This last bit sounds like him grabbing the curtains and falling at the window. The clank, I don't understand. Here, police file. Right? Okay. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. So, wait, hang on a second. Okay, so we don't know the actual cause of death. Remington has 3 claw marks on his head, on his body, but the photo that we saw here, this does not have claw marks at all. So maybe this is a red herring? this is maybe this person where, like, I think. Okay, so something happened inside the office, which we're going to go to. But someone came in here. Do we see anything here that might... One of the things I'm just looking at here, it might be a small hint. Not really. The footprints. Oh, wait, what's this?
There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door, and back down into those reeds by the water.
Okay, but then there's also ones that kind of, like, leave out of the reeds, too. But I was going to say, if we saw a footprint on top of another footprint, we'd know which one came later. But what I'm thinking is, our suspect, or our victim, went up here, something happened, and then someone came up here, found the dead body, and then came out here. But if the dead body fell out, he wouldn't have seen the dead body. So I'm a little confused.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
Oh. This... How do I know? Why did that work? I honestly don't know why that worked. What? Oh, did the 2 parts make a key in the drawing, in the parts together? Did I miss something there? Because I obviously missed. I literally was just trying them. I didn't expect to actually get the answer first try. That was kind of funny. Look at all this sparkling hentai. Sparkling hentai.
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs.
Wait a second. Yeah, that...
I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
A fireplace poker with liquid around it. That's 3 points. There's 3 small prongs at the end. There's a small amount of dried blood on the tips of the prongs. What a shock. Covered in a strange liquid slime. The 3 prongs match up with Remington's wound. There we go. Could this be the murder weapon? Okay, so that one definitely, like, that kind of first thing I saw.
Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing. I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now.
Oh my god.
Hunting.
Okay. And then let's just go looking around a little bit.
These animals. They're not... I don't recognize any of them.
Oh. Okay, like, I mean, this one looks like a bull. This one looks like a one-eyed rabbit, lion, but then that is a standing wolf, and then, I mean, it looks like a deer, and then that looks like a griffin? Alright, well, let's, and, wait, there's a gun on the floor?
An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
An old-fashioned hunting rifle found discarded on the floor in Remington's office.
Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window. The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
Yeah. Like, that's where I think that noise came from in the video recording.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever. There's...
Okay. Now let's find out what else is here. We've got this, and then I'll come take a look at this. What looks like a contract being signed, maybe.
Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Okay, let's see here. Okay. One more over here, maybe? There we go. What we got here? I see one person is not clicking in. Well, that's a problem. Why is it not clicking? Let's try that again.
Photos, but one of the this photos. If I can maybe.
That was a weird glitch. This game definitely has its share of glitchiness. Yeah. There we go.
This photograph, it's a young Remington, and some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Okay, yeah, ask the chef. Okay. Do any of them look like Harper? Not really, kinda. First order of cryptozoological hunters. Headquarters, 1963. Okay, so 1963. Here we are again. 1963 is the date. 1930 was when that cartoon happened. Hunting club. Younger Remington Stans and friends are all holding rifles. Okay. Okay.
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
Let's see here. The hunting photos, historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society.
The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Chapter 3, Richard Remington's Real Reasons. Okay, well, we still don't know what's on this piece of paper, so let's see.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
Let's see
It's
here.
a letter Remington was writing before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close.
It sounded like he didn't want to be here.
All due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured. What a tease.
Let's see here. We got Fog Swamp and that. And, oh, what's this?
It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF.
FF, okay.
And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea.
Would that be the metallic insect from the third? Yeah. Because the whole world was, like in that game, was FF and PP. So this is actually a reference to the next game.
It's, Richard, we're worried that the efforts could send the letter.
That's cool.
It's the whole thing. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. Vincent.
A couple of numbers scribbled on the back. Do I have that card here? I don't. Why would it have numbers scribbled on? Okay. Alright, so I think we've done everything we can in here, but we do now have a fireplace poker. Let's see. Still suggesting we should be in there? Okay. And if there's something else.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. The open window. Oh, and this is the creep. This is the.
I don't know if there's anything else I can do in here, technically. Okay. So you know what? There's one other place I wanted to go, and that was... That's not the notes. I wanted to go to the map. And it's right here. Might be worth going to speak with the suspects again. But I want to go this way.
It's a fork in the road. How non-linear.
Now, what was here? The gift shop.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
That is a lot of boggy stuff, and that is definitely a boggy head stuffed amongst everything.
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
Oh! That material looks familiar to
It's
me.
some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
Okay.
Brightly colored boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them? Boggy dolls, boggy toys, boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
These are those flower pots that would wind up and dance.
Boggy doll. Boggy doll. It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though.
Oh. So this one's got an update? Interesting.
It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know?
Okay. Well, the child's hat sold at the gift shop tonight look a little bit like Boggy. Now, I don't know if you recognize this character.
Hey.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Oh, no, I only just arrived. I know I was in my office. Did you miss me?
Did you miss me?
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Sally is the character from Tangle Tower who ends up becoming the sidekick. And it's just the same voice actress. It's great, yeah.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here, exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
And if I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted.
Good to see you, Madlib. Thank you very much for hanging on, and thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. Hope that you have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. You have a great night, and enjoy your day. Have a good sleep. Bye.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule,
Talk tomorrow.
I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels, and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they are covered in a strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night. We're definitely finding some interesting things now.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point.
That's the point of a costume, yeah.
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
Always wear black. Okay.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Okay.
That is not something from my gift shop. I've
Okay.
never seen it before.
That's good.
I have no idea what that is.
Right.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? I can draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
Nice.
They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them. Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Okay, so I've got some ideas. Definitely have to go start reaching out to people. Let's see. Take the map. We'll go over to the treehouse.
I'm indoors. What a treat.
All right, we will show her some the black leggings.
Let's see. First thing, then tap the phone.
Yep, the same one again. We end up with green. Boy, they're all green. I mean, that's...
And now, we just have to...
It makes sense. Everything
Got it.
connects.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time? This was the exact same liquid.
Okay, and then we had the poker.
Let's see. First thing, then tap the phone.
I mean, we're doing the same thing over and over again. Expecting different
Now,
results
we just-
is... Yep.
Got it. Now I know what that I'll write it down in my notes. What's going on here? That was definitely the same as the other tests.
So far, everything that
There's something about that green slime.
the cauldron. I don't know what I'd be wanting here. Braybridge's cauldron found in the... The fireplace poker is proof. The black leggings is proof that the fireplace poker is covered the same swamp slime.
The black leggings is proof that the fireplace poker are covered in the same swamp slime. No.
Fireplace poker. The fireplace poker found at the crime scene of the black leggings.
The fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Okay.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off
A
without him.
threat?
Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again.
The
doing
hunters.
more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now. But some
Now.
have no respect for laws. Of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's Bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay.
You should ask someone else. Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Okay. Alright, let's move over to the cafe. Oh, challenge is complete. I wanted to look at people. Oh, the sparkle means they're done. Right, we want to go to Sally's Spears. Alright, so... Okay, let's see here. Move to the gift shop. Talk to Sally. Challenge.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
The exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. I proof you're wearing them during the murder. Your black leggings are part of the murderer's costume.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up?
Yeah, true.
Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
Wait, the feet have been warped. You've got thin legs, but basically, you're too fat to wear these. You're too long for you to wear. They're loose and stretched.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see.
Interesting.
Somebody stole them to use in their Boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs.
Yeah.
Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes. But only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Tap and hold on the toy. Oh god, it even wobbles a little bit. That's funny. Oh, that's terrifying. Okay, a small plastic toy sold has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water. This is very interesting.
I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him. He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
Right.
Her. I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you.
And one more.
Is that one of the other suspects? More suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
Okay, so let's see. Now I want to go to... Feels like I'm done talking. That's an interesting statement. All right, back to the cafe because I want to talk to Harper about some stuff. Yeah.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons.
I mean,
Probably had several.
the hunting thing.
Don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies.
Oh, whoa.
That I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
You have a lot of suspects on that list. I don't know what to say. I don't know very much about them.
Okay, so the clue you had... I've got everything here for the Boggy costume. There's the crime scene, which is missing something. Okay, so better go back to the map and figure that out.
You have a lot of suspects on that list. I don't know what to say. You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly.
Harper has some interesting insight.
I don't know very much about them.
Okay, so I have one person that feels like I'm done talking to. Let's see here, what else is left? So back in the office, there was something that was missed.
This is the creepy... Photos and paint, but one of the... Wait, is this photo and some other... Maybe I can ask...
Right?
No way. No way. Is this... a werewolf?
That's great. That's a nice call into the second game.
These animals... I don't... These I...
Okay, so I don't know if there is anything else in this room.
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
Honestly, I can't rub items on other items, but this is definitely from the head that we saw.
These
What else could possibly be in here? I don't see anything else of importance.
Remington's death song. And perhaps it's a lip with my eye, but if Vincent, there's a
couple of numbers scribbled on the back. Well, I do have some other questions to ask some people. Let's go over to the clearing.
I found these designs for a costume, a Boggy costume.
Aha, the legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know. I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea.
Again.
If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
Interesting. Again, we're basically saying a man of secrets. We still have a person we're missing, too.
Try showing it to somebody different. I really don't have an opinion. My apologies. The famous director, and my friend.
Let's see here.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Actually, present the bog dog.
That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Okay.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
Okay.
Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
Okay. Feels like I'm done talking. Let's go on to it. This guy.
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
Okay.
What about your boggy movie?
Interesting.
Isn't that going to be like a guy in a costume or a puppet or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him.
Good business sense. Interesting.
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know?
That is, but it's a cryptid photo. It's not very good.
If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
Okay. I don't know if I got anything else here. I could basically work with him. For now.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
Yeah, I know. Alright. Let's do some walking. Maybe there's someone I'm missing in the car. Oh, hello. Stop swamping the swamp.
Ah, you've arrived
This is
at
the
a bad
protest.
time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name.
Edward Everett.
Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose. Because you're a good swimmer. Oh my god, is that a reference to Echo the dolphin? Because I'd bounce you if I threw you. You'd bounce.
Why? Because you're a good swimmer?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again. Until my job is done.
Alright, we got some questions to ask.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Oh?
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Echo's starting to become my primary suspect now.
You come here every day?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear.
You came prepared, but you didn't come prepared with food?
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down. What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A Boggy costume.
It's Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
I mean, if you're telling the truth and you've seen nobody wearing it, if you wear it, you can't see yourself. So, I mean, that is technically being honest, but I'm suspect. I am so suspect of you.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me, ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so
I'm afraid I have no idea.
even though we just showed it to you.
Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea.
I mean, this character definitely is wider.
Show it to somebody else.
What about the photo?
No thanks, my friend.
Okay, I've got an idea. Hang on a sec. That's what others think of him. This black and white photo. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. 72%. I'm missing, yeah, something in my own journal. Okay. Alright, let's go wandering around. Let's figure out where to go to.
Don't forget to...
Okay.
There's a hollow part of the tree, right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
Okay.
It's a humble gift.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protest used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy
What's
to
he
say.
doing in
I
there?
don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Okay. Move on over. Let's keep asking.
It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently, which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance.
Okay.
You should ask someone else.
Okay. Fine. 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 Bridge. Woods. Oh, hi, little girl.
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
I'm getting a new idea. Involves ignoring you. The direction would help. You're the one that needs a little push. Oh my god.
No need to push me, but the direction would help.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in the dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
Interesting.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
Okay.
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
Well,
so
that's
tell me,
interesting. Okay.
Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe... Nothing but foolishness.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefits.
Watering down history.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, we've got some information here.
An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
It wasn't.
So, you found it. I wonder who else knows about it.
Interesting. Okay.
You're wasting your precious time, detective. I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious.
Echo is
give it a
being
try
so
sometime.
suspicious.
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule. This person is of no interest to me whatsoever. If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Alright, let's move on. Did Folder say he lost something?
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously. A good example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them.
Interesting, okay.
This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature. You're wasting your precious time, detective. I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Okay, it's interesting.
You're wasting your precious time, detective.
Did Folder say he lost something? So I think
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really. I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
there's one thing in my journal and one piece in the crime scene that
You're
I'm missing.
wasting your precious
His
time,
lockpick.
detective.
His lockpick. Now I know where I need to go. Wait, I have the key. But if the lockpick was found in the office, that is going to be suspicious. Oh, nope, that goes in and out the door. Searching, searching, searching. I do not see a lockpick in anywhere here.
Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window. This is the creep. This is the creepiest office I've...
Interesting. I actually don't know where my next step is here.
This is the...
Because I don't see a lockpick anywhere. That's not what I want to click.
This is the...
I'm like, if someone wanted to hide a lockpick.
I don't like it here.
Let me check something here. So, oh right, I need to go talk to... I still don't have Lady Weybridge or folders. Alright. Okay, so let's go over to Echo, the protest.
Oh?
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask...
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Uh-huh.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
Okay. I have a silly... Let's see. Ghosts, rain...
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Why not?
Interesting.
I heard and asked.
Untouched?
So.
It.
Notebook time.
Let me see. That would be interesting.
You've been hiding in your tent from the taxman.
Why not?
Interesting. The challenge is complete in any solution. But
So.
let's see. That looks like a ghost, and that's weather. Is it ghosts?
You've been hiding in your tent because the swamp is haunted.
Why not?
I got a challenge for drawing a cute ghost in the notebook.
And
Okay, so the last one would be the weather.
you've been in your tent because it's been raining.
Why not?
Okay, so all of the solutions, either way, doesn't matter. Challenge. Okay, so let me take a look at the suspects. You can see here they got certain suspicions and certain not suspicions. Sally began working this year, thinks the swamp is disgusting, long legs, has black leggings.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Maybe at some point I'm going to have to actually reduce some of these, but I still need to figure out Lady Weybridge's. So let's move on.
Ah! You're wasting your time with that one. I have nothing to say about them. The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
I definitely think I maybe want to show the hunting photo.
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
Interesting. Okay. That's a good thing to get. Okay, let's go to Mr. Harper then. I'm pretty sure I showed this already, but...
One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Interesting.
Why don't you show that to someone else?
All right. Definitely.
What?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Let's just do some rubbing against things and see what happens.
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Interesting, okay.
I have no idea what that is. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying. These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Okay.
Is that one of your clues? I have...
Okay, so let's move on to the bridge. No, not here. Oh god, that sound is so realistic. It sounded like somebody was walking on the ceiling. That definitely lines up to the photo that I have here, though. Yeah, this right here. This piece right here. Yeah. It doesn't have long legs. They're simply reflected in the clear water. Okay? Because it's right here. So this picture was taken like right here.
The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
Okay. No clues. Let's see here. Okay, fork in the road. Let's go there. Oh, hello, little girl.
Note to self, don't fall in. Those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there. Those trees. It's a fork.
Why do you look so
Ready with
scared?
some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Who? The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
Maybe because they didn't believe he existed at all. Never believed he could hurt him. Yeah, I'm telling a little kid this.
I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says... Thank you.
Okay, so when the screen was faded out a little bit, there were eyes up here. I don't know if anybody else saw that.
There's a hollow part of the tree.
Too dark to see inside, though. Alright, well, I'll think about that later.
Note to self.
Oh, there! I saw that. You gonna do that again?
There's a hollow part.
Yeah, okay, no, okay. Alright, let's keep moving. Let's see here.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog.
Now, who are you
You
taking?
tried looking there?
Yeah, I've tried, but that gave me no information as to who it was.
You should ask someone else. Try showing it to somebody different. That's great.
Oh boy, you are not giving me a lot of
I'm
information.
sorry, I
are
have
you?
not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great. I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Interesting. Okay. Feels like I'm done talking to him. Interesting.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph,
I literally gave you a fireplace poker, not an autograph.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try some...
Right?
If you... I don't...
I still have a picture missing from the crime, something missing from the crime scene, so I'm gonna go back up
There's
here.
a narrow path. It doesn't look.
There's definitely something here that I'm missing.
It's a sharp metal poker. Something about those. I feel like I. Remington's desk is all and yeesh. Perhaps.
Really, I'm not finding what I think I'm supposed to be looking for here.
Hunting memorabilia. It would. Hunt. It would. Hunt. It would. Hunting. It would.
That's very interesting. There's something in the crime scene that I'm missing.
The oh.
What could I possibly be missing?
This is something happened. There are some. The open. Oh. The open.
And I can't use an item on here as an example, but what could possibly?
This is the. This.
I don't see anything else that would be looking.
Photos and paintings, but one of the this photograph and some other men I don't. Maybe I can ask.
Like if there was something that I was looking for specifically, I'm sure I'd be able to see it in here. But I don't see anything.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside. So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Yeah, clicking on the door sends me inside. Clicking on the door sends me back out. Bonafide Bloodhound. I wonder how Mandy and the others are doing. I'm looking around to see if there's
This is
any more evidence, but I'm not seeing it. And which suspect do I still need to speak with?
What?
Still haven't figured. Talk to everyone, examine everything, present clues and.
So,
Right. So what? You need your lockpick.
That museum. Wait, is it?
so,
Yeah, presented everything here. And everything there. So you're okay. But he lost something in here.
Apparently, this is the exact hat worn by the explorers 60 years ago. It seems everyone is destined to lose a hat or two in this damn swamp.
Okay, back out. Let's look at my clues. Definitely something I'm missing here. In the protest area, there's two things there. Let's go to protest then.
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here, and I'm impressed someone would want to.
Oh, what's this?
It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
What would his number be?
Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog. I can't wait. A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore.
Oh? This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, of course.
Are you here from a corporation?
A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting.
Are you a
But he
copyright
could be
lawyer?
too. I have nothing to say about them. Ah yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well, and we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Huh, interesting.
You're asking the wrong person. He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will.
You definitely have some interesting thoughts, Echo.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it.
Okay.
Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
Wait, did you know that?
No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else.
I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. Okay. I think I've gone through all of... Oh, I haven't done this.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. He's gone through the people, just not...
It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason. Why don't you show that to someone else? You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains. That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason. He was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Oh, there we go. We got some information.
Why don't you show that to someone else? You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else?
May as well clear this off while I'm here.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Alright. Move over to here.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it. I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately. They've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that.
One... Interesting.
No, thank you. If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you. You can put that away. No, thank you. If you bring me some... They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And one of them only grows around the museum.
It is kind of an odd thing there, too. He's been here a long time.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it. No, thank you.
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might. I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Interesting. Richard Remington follow... Maybe?
Richard Remington founded Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature was hunted and killed. What is that supposed to mean?
Okay, so it's not quite right. Maybe?
Richard Remington founded Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. I'm losing my mind here. I'm starting to piece together the history of this place.
Maybe? Oh wait, Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the... Yes.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Okay.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today, when you barged into my house. Remember?
You created the myth of the swamp creature yourself to scare people away. You were living in the swamp when the explorer... This was 60 years ago.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume.
Ouch.
What else do you need?
Did you tell me if the journal is fake? There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is. Oh.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because the book's been
Because
around
you
since...
were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
Huh. I do know, like, well, one, don't know where you took it from.
You stole it from him before he left the swamp. Let's think about this one again.
Oh, did
Yeah.
Okay.
you must... When
You were all...
the that...
There's a page missing from...
There's a page.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
You took it from the journal while it was on display in the museum. No, wait, that's not right, is it?
Ah, shoot. I'm actually having a problem figuring out the logic here.
You were... There's a... I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then... I'll show it to you.
Is this you?
Oh.
He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
That's pretty sweet. Aww. Is there something on the other side of the page? Oh, nice 3D there.
What's this? Footprints.
But only 2. The last page ripped out of the explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the explorer 60 years ago, featuring a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprint. He has 2 toes at the front and 1 in the back. This page proves the footprints found inside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Okay.
So, is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
Alright, that is everything there, unfortunately. Okay, let's move on. Clue counts here are not very good, so let's see. Swamp Dock. There's something in the fork in the road that I need to see. Something at the protest. Something in the museum. And the woods.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Apparently, in a it's only that might explain. This is a not worth the models of Boggy's some. These are skulls? Oh, they're just models. Creepy models. Things in jars. Ooh. I don't like things in jars. Unless the thing is marmalade. This is a really not... Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago.
I don't think there's anything else I can technically see in this room. protest, the woods, the treehouse.
Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses. The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading, though I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually.
I don't know if really anything else that I can technically look at here. Oh, I love this effect in the light. You see the dust motes. That's very cool.
There's a book on the table. I think it's a book about flowers. How fascinating. I must take some time to read it.
So now if I look at the treehouse, it'd be... yeah. Cafe has something else. Okay, so the suspect. So I don't have agent folders. So I need to figure out who to talk to in regards to that. And I still don't know what I'm missing.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
You won't be getting very far discussing that.
Okay.
Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday, that was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I think so, yes.
Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible! I simply don't have time to help you with this. You want me to sign a photograph for you? He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course. The world's premier director. The king of wit and whimsy. You met him? You're a lucky man. I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time. I simply don't have time to help you with this. You want me to sign a photo?
Okay. I don't think I'm getting anything any more out of him.
I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background.
Okay. Let's walk around. So I can figure out where I have to go. Yeah, already done the profiles.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Not a lot of people want to see this photo. But it does have the evidence. Okay, let's go over to the protest. Okay, the profiles are cleared.
No thanks, my friend.
Not a lot of people want to see it. That's very interesting.
I'm afraid I have... Show it to somebody.
That's very
No
strange.
I'm afraid...
The number as well.
I'm impressed someone... and I'm...
Yeah, I don't know what the number would be I'd be looking for.
It's a colorful... He's...
Yeah, that's not going to be something I'm going to be able to figure out right away.
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there. I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers. That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre. That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction. I hope they don't charge an entrance fee.
I don't think there's anything else in here that I can really see that would be of importance. But like the suspects, you can see I'm missing Agent Folder's suspicion. And I'm missing something from the crime scene. I feel that these two things are connected.
The strange footprints stop right by these reeds. Maybe I should take a closer look.
Right, there isn't anything else here anymore. Okay.
I don't like it here.
I do feel like I'm missing something.
Remington standing. Yeesh. Perhaps it's the sent the letters and it's some oh Vince.
Numbers scribbled on the back. Why can't I pick this up?
Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. Vincent. There's a map of it's been annotated in a few places.
Still don't know what I'm looking for here. Ace agent. Why is Officer James my boss if I'm a detective and he's at least? You know what? I've got an idea of where to go.
Try and solve every suspect's challenge topic. If you're struggling, don't forget to present profiles and clues to people who might be interested. Oh, and hurry up. It's cold in this boat.
Go talk to everyone. Fair. Fine. Sure.
Hey.
Okay, I think I've done everything with Sally, but let's take a look. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna go to every person, see if there's like a little thought. Feels like I've done talking to him.
Why don't you show that to someone else?
Okay.
He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with.
Interesting.
He don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Okay. There's nothing there. Do I show the missing page back to her again?
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me?
No. You can put that away. I can't. No, thank you.
Okay, so no more clues to give away. And no more profiles. Okay, so I'm talking to her. Done with the profiles. Done with the clues. Did Folder say he lost some?
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah. Were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
One final time.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
Clue updated. He lost it in some of the darker parts of the swamp. Let's look around to see if I can find a dark part of the swamp. It's clear here.
The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
Wait, maybe...
Water everywhere. And not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. Predictably, a trash can, a glam...
Yeah, there wasn't anything else in here, right? Don't think so. No. Okay. Armageddon, my revenge.
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe. Grass, trees, nothing unusual. The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships.
Okay, so I'm not seeing anything here. Let's keep moving. Dark part of the swamp.
I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope. Note to self, don't fall in. There's a hot... Looks like this path leads... Looks like this... This area is kind of empty. I can't see anything worth writing down.
This way goes over to the museum.
It's a stepping stone path that goes past the museum and into the woods. So glad I'm wearing my best shoes today. That museum... Wait, is it... That is... That is...
Okay, I'm still not sure where to go. Darkest part of the...
I don't like it here. I don't...
Wait, there's bubbling here?
What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst the weeds
Ah.
down here. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button.
This one here is 3.
That's the one, but I wonder where this lockpick came from.
Perfect, I got a lockpick. Discarded near the entrance to Remington's office, covered in a strange liquid of slime. Most likely used by the murderer to break into Remington's office. Folder says this was his lockpick, but he lost it a while ago and had to buy a new one. So let's go talk to the folder. The bubbling was kind of unexpected, but there we go. I finally got there without a hint.
So, something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
What?
I need to pick my questions carefully.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Here we go.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
A lockpick.
Where did I find this again?
Outside the
I
office.
found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You said Remington always goes, no. You're at the scene of the crime yesterday and might know who dropped it. Well, technically it wasn't at the scene of the crime. You admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open locked doors.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You left the lockpick by the office. You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Okay. And that's it for that. Okay, so... Oh, wow. Okay, feels like I'm done talking.
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
Chapter 4, the beginning of the end. Okay, so I am missing just a little bit of my clues. Something has come up. Probably the lockpick is something I need to just go to the treehouse. Present this to her.
Let's see. Then tap.
There's the sample. Tap the faucet. It's green, as all of the other ones are.
Now...
Nothing has been out of the ordinary with this.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. The swamp slime. It's all the same. It's the exact same liquid again.
Great, so I got all the clues. Alright. So now, just these things here. So, nothing in the treehouse. Bridge is fine. Something in the cafe. In the woods.
This staircase is and this place. The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad. It's like a little forest back here. The rock path leading back towards the museum. This staircase and this place is so... It's like a little... The rock path leading back towards the...
Oh, hey.
What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
Oh, hey. That's interesting. Oh, wait a second. Am I seeing... Oh, somebody's been hiding something here. What is this? And then this here. And this here.
I recognize that footprint. It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
Okay, that's interesting. Footprints are discovered in the water with 3 toes, yeah. Okay, to the museum. Okay.
Apparently, some magic. Did you know? It's only that much. It's a poster. It's a poster from the old
There we
Bobby
go.
cartoon show.
There's a poster. Yeah, I already had that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Let's see. Previous. Protester. There's something else here.
Looks like this. I can't wait. A rather prominent tree stump. It's a rather looks like this path. A rather prominent. It's looks like this. Looks like the
I don't see anything else of importance here other than Echo.
No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid. Show it to somebody else.
So no more items there, and no. Still don't know what the number would be for his tent. I don't think that's part of it. There's something else here, but we'll end the crossroad. And the cafe. Okay. Let's go back. Just try to find all the last little
You
bits.
don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Okay.
A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
That's good. Okay, so I got that one. Okay. The only other place is the crossroads, right? Actually, I'll just take the map.
Apparently, those trees are more dense. It's the base. Was this entire place built around it?
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's all it really asked? Just, was it built around it? Yeah, okay. I have one more thing to do, which is the protest. Now, it looks like I just have to be a little careful about where I'm clicking.
It's around. It looks like this.
I've got lots of clicking and it's not finding anything. That's interesting. Still don't know what this is, so maybe this is the one thing I have to do later. It's frustrating because I want to know what this last item is. And there isn't anything here. Or here. Yeah, I don't see anything bubbling, so I don't think there's anything here of importance. Okay. Well, we know where we're going.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I forgot all about him. I didn't find him.
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
This case can't be solved. Not this way, at least.
I don't need to.
Boggy's criminal record. Why do I have a back button? Okay, hang on one second. There it is. Let's see here. I just want to see, there's definitely protest. The code. Okay, so. Alright, I'm not going to even bother because it's something that I don't think I want to deal with right now. That's okay. What was I going to do? Oh, yes. Okay.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
Photographic evidence of Boggy from last night.
If that's not Boggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
I've got another clue. I want to present the missing page.
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind.
Exactly.
How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
Oh, I like this. We're just literally throwing through the answers.
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Buggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think.
We present the swamp.
This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
Make sure everyone in the swamp will be poisoned. Make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office. To make sure nobody eat the cafe again.
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
Final chapter, the murder.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work out.
Video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right.
Okay.
Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
Okay, so, ripping. That's this one. Remington rips some curtain fabric as he falls. Clang. Okay, so creaking out correctly. Okay, so I think culprit opens Remington's office door. Remington cries out of shock as Boggy appears. Oh! Blast. Yeah. Remington fires his hunting rifle at the culprit. Culprit drops the mail poker in the office. Sounds about right. Culprit grabs the mail poker and stabs Remington. Remington rips some paper and lands on the... Oh, wait. Okay. Culprit opens Remington's door. Remington cries out in shock as Boggy appears. There's a blast, firing his hunting rifle. Drops the mail poker in the office. Remington cries out in shock and falls backwards. I think maybe it's more like this.
I think that's it.
Ah, excellent. There's just 2 small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene?
No,
what
it wasn't.
happened to it?
I know where it was. It was here.
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
Oh.
Blank, a man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our
I
chain.
think I know what we're looking for.
One thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
I think I've got what's going on. Remington must have shot and must have hit. I think the problem is that basically we're missing the main body. That's cute. Oh my god, why do we have a crotch spot? Well, I mean, technically that's the feet, the pants, I see. Yeah, so we're missing probably a gun-blasted middle body part. Hello, I am the murderer.
Wait, you never found the body piece.
Exactly.
The torso.
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
The torsos probably make some thick material.
Something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
soften the impact from a bullet. Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
My best guess is the one place we have not been.
But how? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen.
Oh.
Not to mention his main attraction.
Right.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not
Until
unless
you know.
You're in on the secret.
On the secret. That's right. Interesting. Echo was framed because Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy?
Echo was framed because Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy. I'm losing my mind here.
Okay, not quite right, but I think we're close. Can't be proof. The secret is that Echo was trying to protect the swamp, but Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy. Richard Remington forgot to tell me that Echo was Boggy. Oh, Bobby Burke. Right, Bobby Burl, because they took the photo. Forgot to tell me that it was Boggy in disguise.
Bobby Burl forgot to tell me that Echo was Boggy in disguise. I'm losing my mind here.
That doesn't sound... That's not right. Echo was framed because... My lost hat. Oh, but no, this... It was eaten by Boggy. Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy. We know this. The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
Final chapter, The Hunter and the Hunted.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man. and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
How can you know what Boggy wanted?
But he's not a killer. You're the one who...
Detective.
You. It's
finished. Oh, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
It makes a difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down the...
Oh.
Hey, wait!
Whoa! He has been watching me.
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Wow, that was great. Aaron Hansen. Wow, this is kind of flying by, isn't it? Special thanks to you.
Grimoire.
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you. But I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
Nice. Oh, so this one had the hunting of the cryptids, and then the second game was the Tangle Tower with more of the hunting. Oh, okay. Okay. That's making sense. Boggy's fan club. Let's see here. I don't have all intruder alert. I wonder, okay, so I've got a couple of things I never figured out. Interesting. Let me see here. I'm here. Yeah, 97. So, I don't want to spoil too much, but basically, let's go to the museum. Actually, the book might itself has more information. 60 years ago. See, I don't have the actual information here. So maybe you can tell me something.
An important piece of this.
No, it doesn't say. Don't know how we ended up with... I went looking up the solution for the 3% I'm missing here. We go over there. That's not the place.
I'm impressed someone managed to... And it's a color piece.
Okay, I'll wait for an ad and then we'll come right back. Okay, so 1934 apparently. Now I don't remember where that information was, but maybe we heard that one number once in this entire thing.
It's a journal. I guess it belongs to Echo. Bad news. Remington is dead. I don't know what to do. Was my whole protest in vain? They'll shut this place down, sure, but I'll never know if I got through to it. That's all he's written.
There we go. Slickest of sleuths. And got inside. Oh, that's the intruder alert. Okay, so now... Yes. Oh, that quit right out. That wasn't my intended to... When I said quit, I didn't want it to quit to that point. There we go. I'm assuming due diligence is to go and ask everyone about everything. But Boggy's fan club. Boggy's fan club. Okay, well, let's see. That's all done. That's all done.
What is it? Some I'm sorry,
Yeah, like all this now
What
is
is
just rubbing one thing against the other, and they're not giving any answers.
I'm sorry. What is it? I'm sorry. What is it? You should ask someone else.
Okay.
I don't really. You won't be If you want. I don't really.
Yeah, they're all just the same.
You won't be
None of this will be clues anymore, right? It'll all just be
I don't really.
saying, I don't know what that
You
is.
won't be. If you want to. I don't really. You won't be getting.
Okay. And I think I talked everything about
So,
Boulder. Okay, and then up.
Someone please.
Nothing left there. Nothing left there.
It feels like. It feels.
I'm pretty sure he's all cleared out too.
It's a humble. It's a framed. What a shame. It's not
Nice.
brightly colored. Is there? It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Bonky doll. A Boggy Spog mug. Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. Bonky doll. Bonky dolls. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in. You know, not outside. Bonky dolls, bonky toys.
I got the Boggy's Fan Club achievement just by looking around.
What?
And lockpick.
Where are you keeping?
Yeah, I think I've talked to literally everyone in this game now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
I'm impressed, Anna. It's a.
That's definitely due diligence. I think I've literally talked to everyone about everything.
Oh?
So,
Let's go first.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems like my due diligence. Like, I think I've gotten everything done.
Hey.
Everything's been presented to everyone, so, like...
You...
I forgot all about him.
Okay, so I think that that's pretty much it. Let's see. Quit the menu, there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what my due diligence code is, but I'm sure I could figure that out at some point. Anyways, I think that probably is about a good time for me to wrap up. I hope that anybody who's on stream still enjoys it, has a good night, and hopefully we'll see you all really soon. You have a great night. Maybe I'll play the Flash game next, but I do know that there's another Detective Grimoire game coming out soon, and I look forward to it. You all have a good night. See you soon. Bye.